Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily NVIDIA report for Wednesday, December 11th, 2024. Let's take a look at the charts. I like to start with the big picture, the long-term outlook, and I'll show price points that, if tested in the coming weeks, offer longer-term entry or exiting of positions. And the first really is upside. This is an area I don't expect to see anytime soon, but 175.74 is a one-year channel top that, if tested over the next 1, 2, 3 months, can absorb quarterly buying pressures. A downside, you find similar support in the low to mid 120s, which is an area we are tentatively anticipating. I say tentatively because we're halfway through the week. 137.15 is an important pivot point, but on the weekly chart. Now, we did close back below it for the first time actually on Tuesday, and assuming we also close Friday below 137.15, I expect the 121.81 to 125.16 region over the next 2 to 3 weeks, where we could actually bottom out not only through January, but quite possibly through the first quarter. There would be plenty more downside if we were to violate that area, and we will begin showing that soon if we continue following through on the sell signal that actually did occur on Tuesday with the settlement below 137.15. Let's jump to the 2 to 3 week outlook, and I can show that 137.15 level that we did. Oops, sorry, I'm going to have to move that just a little bit. That we did close below on Tuesday. And so, but that is a weekly level, that is a weekly chart, that is the low of the high. When we put out the all-time high a few weeks ago, the low of that week was 137.15. And so we closed below it on a daily basis. And this does, I'm going to use the word suggest, the 121.44 to 123.84 area. Now, you'll notice if I jump to the near term, that is today and 3 to 5 days out, I have reduced 137.15 to a session containment level only, really in deference to 142.95. And what is 142.95? You're quite familiar with it if you've been following the NVIDIA report for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. It is a channel top that at the time we considered an intraday resistance area, but because it's held, I'm going to call it weekly resistance. And really, I'm giving it a 3-star weekly resistance because I think this is our upward pivot point, not only through the rest of the week, but this is where the NVIDIA regains sort of traction to the upside, whereby a settlement above 142.95 should then yield bullish continuation over the following, I don't have it on this chart, but over the following 2 to 3, 3 to 5 weeks into the 161.84 to 165.69 region. And that would be kind of a 2 to 3, 3 to 5 week target if we were to close today above 142.95. I also like 142.95 today anyway, because it also coincides with that channel bottom we settled below a couple of weeks ago, back above for a few days, and for the last 2 days, Monday and Tuesday of this week, we've been back below it. And so once you sort of like chop, you close below it, close above it, close below it, it just sort of loses its, its reliability. But 142.95 is actually held. And so I do think if we were to close above it, it would have real meaning. I would expect the low to mid 160s within 2 to 3 weeks. And yes, if we close above 142.95, it wouldn't surprise me if by the end of January, we actually make our way up to that 175.74 one-year channel top, where we could actually top out through the first quarter. But, that's not happening. And what is happening is that we have a 3-week channel top that is held at 142.95. These are subjective calls. Obviously, you're well aware of that. At the time, we considered 142.95 just intraday resistance because we had just come off of a sell signal rejection, as you recall. About a week ago, we closed back above this channel bottom, which we were anticipating to yield meaningful continued gains as we were to move into later December. Obviously didn't happen. What did happen was this channel top contained the buying pressures last week, and we have since fallen away. So it is our new upward pivot point It deserves 3-star resistance. It can contain buying into next week, and below which lower trade anticipated. And yes, we are now below 137.15 as well. Now that's on an intra-week basis. I just want to remind you. And so, it really is a Friday settlement below 137.15 that sort of locks the sell signal, anticipating the low to mid 120s over the next 2 to 3 weeks, 121.44 to 123.84. On the way down, we can take a look at the chart today. We do have 131.80. That is the pullback low from a couple of weeks ago. We have that as an intraday support. So, I've got 137.15. Now you see that it's a multi-week resistance area here. But really, I think you can just call it a day resistance, 137.15, able to contain daily buying pressures, below which 129.13 likely. I'm going to say by Friday's close and over the next a couple, 2-3 weeks, the 121.44 to 123.84 area. So what to do? How should you be positioned? At this point in time, I'm reluctant to suggest you should be long the market. In fact, I think you want to be short if given the opportunity at 142.95. If you went short yesterday or exited a long position below 137.15, I have no problem with that. I think that is the way to go. Expecting 129.13 over the next 3 to 5 days or sooner. And over the next few weeks, the lower 120s, 121.44 to 123.84. So if you are short now, anticipating the lower 120s, I can definitely get behind that trade. And the 121.44 to 123.84 area, able to contain selling through January, possibly through the first quarter. Now, of course, once again, if NVIDIA closes above this descending channel top at 142.95 in the coming days, that is a buy signal into January trade. So that is our pivot point on an intra-week basis all the way into Friday. And then on Friday, that 137.15 regains its multi-week status, because if we close below 137.15, it does have multi-week implications, 2 to 3 week sell signal into the lower 120s and climbing. What if we close the week Friday back above 137.15, but we do not close any day above the 142.95 level? Well, that's a bit of a mixed bag. That's kind of a neutral dynamic. We don't have the sell signal on the weekly chart below 137.15, but we also don't have the buy signal on the daily chart above 142.95. So in terms of going long now, if you're short and you want to reverse, or if you're out of the market altogether and you're looking to go long, that presents with a settlement above 142.95. And then I think we've got a 2 to 3 week rally into the low to mid 160s, and we can make our way into the mid 170s and climbing by the end of January if we close in the coming days above that 142.95 descending channel top. We will be providing you, obviously, the exact location of that channel top through time. So it'll be lower on Thursday, lower on Friday, etc., etc., etc. Is there anything else for me to say? I don't think so. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of that 5-day free trial. On Wednesday, we will be providing 2 stock picks that you can check out. We'll be doing our two stock picks for the week will be on Wednesday. So if you sign up for wickedstocks.com tonight, you'll be able to see those as they come hot off the press, so to speak. You'll also see last week's in Okta and Roku, and we've got others that we've done over the last few weeks that are actually still relevant. So check us out at wickedstocks.com. I will be back tomorrow, of course, with Thursday's NVIDIA report. You have a great day.